You've watched 90 minutes of football and still have no idea what just happened. Don't worry. In the next 5 minutes, you'll understand every single rule of the most watched sport on earth. Let's go. 11 players per team. 1 ball, 2 goals. The team that scores more wins. That's it. That's football. Sounds simple, right? Here's where it gets interesting. You can't use your hands. Well, almost nobody can. Only one player on each team is allowed to touch the ball with their hands. That person is called the goalkeeper, and they're the one standing in front of the net looking stressed out of their mind. Everyone else? Feet only, or chest or head, but never hands. If an outfield player touches it with their arm, that's a handball, and it can result in a free kick or even a penalty. Speaking of which, what even is a penalty? Imagine the worst punishment in football. That's a penalty kick. One player, the goalkeeper, 12 yards apart, and a ball that travels at over 70 miles per hour. The goalkeeper has to guess which way to dive before the ball is even kicked. Their success rate? Just about 25%. The odds are stacked against them completely. Penalties happen when a player commits a foul inside a specific box near the goal, called the penalty area. A foul, by the way, is when you illegally push, trip, or make rough contact with an opponent. Think of it like a basketball foul, but with way more drama. Now, here's a rule that confuses absolutely everyone the first time they hear it. Offside. Here's the simple version. You can't just stand next to the goalkeeper waiting for the ball. If you're closer to the goal than the last defender when the ball is played to you, you're offside. Play stops. The other team gets the ball. Why does this rule exist? Without it, players would just park themselves in front of the goal all game and wait for a long pass. It would be boring. Offside forces teams to actually build play, move together, and think creatively. But here's the wild part. The margin for offside can literally be a toe, a shoulder, half an arm. In the 2022 World Cup, there were offside calls decided by millimeters. Officials used a digital 3D tracking system to measure body parts for a game played with feet. Next up, cards. And yes, they work almost exactly like you think. A yellow card is a warning. Get 2 yellows in one game, you're automatically shown a red card. A red card means you're sent off, removed from the game immediately. Your team then plays with 10 players instead of 11 for the rest of the game. No substitution allowed. Here's what's wild. In a tournament like the FIFA World Cup, yellow cards can carry over between matches. Get 1 yellow in the group stage and another in the next round. You might miss the most important game of your life. Players have been suspended from World Cup semifinals because of accumulated yellow cards. Entire tournament runs ended by a single reckless tackle. Free kicks. When a foul happens outside the penalty area, the other team gets a free kick from the spot of the foul. The defending team can form a wall, a line of players standing shoulder to shoulder, to block the shot. Players in the wall, they always cover their faces. Occasionally, their other areas. It makes sense when you realize a ball can arrive at over 80 miles per hour at point-blank range. Throw-ins, goal kicks, corner kicks. These are all ways to restart the game after the ball goes out of bounds. If the ball crosses the sideline, it's a throw-in for whichever team didn't touch it last. Goes behind the goal? If the attacking team touched it last, it's a goal kick for the keeper. If the defending team touched it last, it's a corner kick for the attackers. And corners are genuinely dangerous. Roughly 25% of all goals in professional football come from set pieces, which includes corners and free kicks. One more rule that surprises people: injury time, also called stoppage time. The clock in football never stops. When players are injured, substitutes are being made, or someone is wasting time, the referee tracks all of that time separately and adds it to the end of each half. So when you see 90 plus 5 on the clock, it means 5 extra minutes have been added. Some of the most iconic goals in football history have been scored in stoppage time. It's the sports version of never truly being over until it's over. So here's what you now know. 1 ball, 11 players each. No hands, except the goalkeeper. Foul inside the box equals a penalty. Offside stops cheap goal hanging. Yellow cards warn, red cards eject. And the clock never truly stops. Football isn't complicated. It's just a game where every rule has a reason, and once you understand the reasons, you start watching completely differently. If this helped you actually understand football for the first time, subscribe. There's a lot more where this came from.